My name is Raul Kamdem. Uh, Good afternoon. Today, I will try to show you in this demo how we can back up the database in the SQL Server 2022. So, back up the database is very important when you work in the organization production environment. So, backup database is a very important task to do. So, yes, if you watch my previous video, you can see I already introduced myself. So, my name is Raul Kamdem. I'm more specialized and certified as a SQL Server database administrator, and then I also certified as a business intelligence stack, which is the SQL Server integration services, analysis services, and reporting services. And beside, I do hold, as you can see on the screen, I do hold a Microsoft Azure Fundamental Certification, which I do pass year in October 2022. Yes, this is all the badge already have in Microsoft. So today in this demo is going to be a quick demo. I'm going to show you how we can back up the database in SQL Server 2022, how we can back up the database, how we can restore the database automatically as well. So back up that database using the TC or maybe using the graphic user interface as well, and then restore the database automatically as well. So yeah, let us jump on this video. So this is my SQL server, right? So in this SQL server, uh, etc01, let me expand the database. So this is the user database and this one is my system database, right? So at the moment, my database engine is on the master. So what I'm going to try to do, I need to create one of the database. So create a database. Let me give the database name uh, Raul, or let me say, okay, TGS, right? And go and create this database. And for the best practice, always refresh. So click here and refresh because at the moment you cannot see this TGS database. For the best practice, you need to refresh. And this is my database now. So this is the database, a demo, I mean the TGS database. I would like to show you how we can back up that database, right? Automatically as well. So first of all, I'm going to show you how we can back up the database using the PowerShell, right? So let me go to to this folder here, find the Microsoft SQL Server, go to the uh, this one and this one, and open this one. There is not a TGS backup database here, right? So let me try to back up this database using the PowerShell. So open the PowerShell. And then in my PowerShell, and then say cd, let me say cd slash, no, cd slash, okay, and then say backup SQL 37, and then say uh, uh, server instance, and then double quote, and then search for the SQL server instance. In order to search for your instance, you can say, okay, select add server name, and then you can say, okay, and get this server name, copy, come here, and then paste here, then also dash uh, database database and provide a database name. So my database name is TGS, right? So DGS and then dash uh, backup. Finish the backup action here. Backup action and then database and then yes, so let me verify. So backup SQL database dash server instance and then define the instance name dash database TGS dash backup action database. And then now what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to enter and then on once, on once, and then you can see now. So let us go to the folder, to the backup folder now in the SQL Server. So this is my backup folder. So as you can see, so this is the EDC01. So if you open this folder, as you can see, this is the full backup folder, TGS.bak. So now I'm gonna back up this database automatically with the PowerShell. So what I can do here, I can come here and then copy this, Control C to copy. And then what I'm gonna do here, I wanna expand this one in order to back up this one automatically using the PowerShell. You have to create a job in the SQL Server agent. So click here, define the name, what you want to, I mean, this is just for the test demo. So keep in mind, the naming in convention should always be consistent when you're working in the organizational production environment. So let me say, okay, uh, auto backup, right? Auto backup, right? TDS, the database. You can give some description. So this is just for the demo. Go for the step and then click here on the step. Say okay, uh, Raw backup. Just just for the test demo, and then here. So this is where you have to change the type. So at the moment, the default type is the transact SQL script. So what I want to select is the PowerShell. So click on the PowerShell and paste it here, Control V. So now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to click OK, right? Okay, we can now go here and schedule it. So I don't want to schedule it right now. So I just want to show you. So yes, so this is, we can refresh as well. And then if we go back to here and we delete this tgs.bak and then come back, and then now I'm going to start the job. So this job can be started automatically. All right, so start the job now and we can see, so that's failed. I don't know why. So let me check why it's failed. Let me go back here and then go to edit again and see videos, backup action, backup. So understand. So close this one and then come back again, close this, go to the view historic, double check here, and then right, okay, okay, I see. I know where the issue come from. So it's not here. I make a mistake. Sorry, guys. I make a mistake. I need to delete because this one is the uh, ETC 03. So I make a mistake. Let me go back here. Yeah, this is where I need to show you how you can uh, backup using the PowerShell automatically. Let me recreate the job here. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. I was in the EGC03. So this is where I need to make that backup, that automatically backup. So for the EGC01. So yeah, backup demo, uh, backup demo or backup test, right? Test role. And then here now we can go to the step and then here and then say, okay, demo backup, demo backup. This is just for the test purpose. This is just for the demo purpose. Yes. So this is the type. We need to change this type and choose the PowerShell. And then here now we need to paste it here and then click OK. And this is where we can schedule. I don't want to do it. Okay. And then for the best practice, always refresh. And now go back here. And then there's not a TGS BAK folder. So let me execute or start the job and we can see. So that working successfully. What we can do, we can go to the view historic and then you can see the job succeed. So perfect. So now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go back here, click to the backup, and this is my TGS backup. So yes, so I'll just show you how we can back up the database using the PowerShell and then also create the backup database in the SQL Server agent job and then use the PowerShell type to back up the database. We can schedule that automatically. So now uh, I can go here and delete this one. And then now I'm going to show you how you can back up the database with a T-SQL. We can also use the graphic user interface, right? Let me go here and then go back here, my SQL Server folder here, then go here, and then go here, and delete this. Then now what I can do, can just show you the graphic user interface. Click, right click, and go to the task. The task go to the backup here, and then you can back up your database. This is the default file. You can define your folder backup location as well. So I'm going to show how we can back up the database. Use the T-SQL. We're going to say, okay, backup, backup. So first of all, say, okay, using master, so master DB, and then say go, and then, and then now here, see the master here. So backup database GGS to, you can say to disk, or you can also say to URL. This is to the Microsoft Azure platform or maybe AWS cloud platform as well. So we can also say to tape, but this is to disk, right? And then now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you here now. I'm going to say code, code, and then go back here where backup location is reside and copy this, or maybe what I can do here, I'm going to go here now. What I'm going to do, I don't want to use this SQL Server folder location, backup location. What I'm going to do here now, I'm going to go back here and create a new folder. Say, okay, Raul demo. Okay. And then here inside the Raul demo, I'm going to say uh, backup. I'll create another folder here and name that folder backup, and here, and then copy this folder, that copy the folder, come here and then paste it inside. Let me get the code, paste inside, and / say tgs dot bak. Okay, go. Then we can copy this one as well. Control C and then Control V and then say okay. This is the full backup. Okay, full backup. And this one is a transaction. Backup. Okay, and say the file extension for the transactional log backup is trn. And then now let me try to show you this is empty. There's no file at the moment. So what I'm going to do, comme vous le voyez ici, il n'y a pas de fichier. Alors, en fait, de fichier de sauvegarde, il n'y en a pas encore. Donc, ce que je vais faire, je vais exécuter cette requête. Et là, comme vous le voyez, as you can see now, we have the tts.bak. So if you can do the same for the transaction log backup, and then as you can see here, let me go back here, and you can see the transaction log backup. If you can go here, you can see backup file, transaction log backup. So this is how we can back up the database using the TC code, right? So, and then also what I can show you right now, Control R. So what I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you how we can also use the maintenance plan to back up the database automatically, right? So we can right click here, create the maintenance plan, and then click next. And then let me do something here. Let me delete this file. Okay. And then say okay. Okay, say raw backup, uh, test backup. Okay, and then here what I'm going to do, I'm going to say separate schedule for each, click next. And then this is where you can select your maintenance plan. This is very powerful services in the SQL server. You can check the database integrity, you can shrink the database, shrink the file. We can reorganize the index. This is for the performance tuning and optimization as well. We can rebuild the index as well. This is for the performance tuning and optimization. We can update the statistics for the performance tuning and optimization. We can click up the history. We can execute the SQL Server agent job. We can back up the database. This is what I would like to choose. We can back up the database differential. We can back up the database transactional log. We can do the maintenance clean up task as well. So I'm gonna click this one. Donc voici ce que je dois choisir. Click next, and then here say next, and then we need to define the backup database. Which database we want to back up? We need to search here. We can back up all the database. We can get the system database. The system database is the master database, the module database, the MSDB database, the TemDB database as well. We can select one of the specific database we want to back up. So let me search. So my database is the TGS, and we can ignore the database where the state is not online. So click here, click next, and go to the destination. So this is where we can define, right? This is the default backup folder here. So as you can see now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to define mine. So click here, expand, search for a raw demo folder, which is this one. Inside, this is the backup folder, right? Click OK. And then here, what I can do here, I could say // and then now I think that is okay. Uh, click next. Let me click next. We can also back up to the URL in the in the Microsoft Azure block storage as well. So let me click next, or let me come back here, go to the option first, but you can also uh, setting the backup compression, right? This is the default one. You can compress the backup. You can back up the set will expire as well. So I'm going to click next, and then we can. So here, this is where you can write your report. For example, right? This is the default. You can define a report on your email as well. So I can uncheck this one, click next, and then click finish, and close this one. And we can always refresh for the best practice. So now this is the raw test backup. So now, if we go to the SQL Server agent and refresh this one, as you can see, we have the Raul test backup, right? So this is created automatically when you create your maintenance plan here. So now there is no folder here, the backup file. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to start the job, and we can see the backup succeed. So what I'm going to do here, I'm go to the view. We can also come here to the job activity here, and you can see this one. You can expand, you can go here, you can view the historic, and you can expand this. You can see the job succeed. So we can close, and go to the backup, and you can see your backup file, right? This is how we can back up the database in the SQL Server 2022 using the maintenance plan as well. Donc ça, c'est comme ça qu'on peut aussi faire une sauvegarde de la base de données en utilisant ce service maintenance plan qui est tellement très puissant, qui permet justement de faire des sauvegardes automatiques. Donc, après avoir créé votre maintenance plan, vous pouvez maintenant créer ce qu'on appelle des schedules pour automatiser votre sauvegarde ou vos sauvegardes de base de données. So now uh, I'm gonna show you something as well. So imagine you working in the organization production environment, and the client wants you to back up the database in the Microsoft Azure cloud platform, especially in the block storage or maybe data lake generation tool, for example. So in order to back up the database in the block storage or maybe in the data lake in Microsoft Azure cloud platform, we need to create one of the credential, right? Because there are credential who allow the SQL Server to talk with the block storage or maybe with the Azure data lake generation tool. So let me show you quick here. So for example, uh, what you have to do, for example, this is my uh, no, this one is the Azure DevOps for the CI and CD continuous integration and continuous deploy. So this is the Azure cloud platform, right? This is where, so for example, you need to create one of the storage accounts, right? Create a storage account, for example, right? Yeah, this is where you create your storage account. And uh, uh, and in order to create this credential, what you have to do, you need to go to the security, and you have this credential option. So this is something I did in my previous, in my previous demo as well. So here as well, this is where you create your container, your credential. So create a credential, for example, here, create a credential, define uh, all the information here, and then we identity, and we need to define the share access signature. This is where you copy that share access signature, right, and paste here. Keep in mind, you need to be pay attention of this detail because sometimes it's going to come with question mark here. So you need to remove this question mark. And then now, once the credential has been created, so what we need to do, we need to go to the backup database now here, and we process this backup database. For example, we say backup database, TGS, and then now to URL, right? This is where you need to define. You can say to disk, to URL, because it's the cloud Azure storage account. And here you define all the information, all the detail that relating to the storage account, and with compression, comma states equal to 1, and then you back up your database, right? So this is how we back up the database. So now what I'm going to try, this is just an overview how we can back up the database, on-prem database in Microsoft Azure block storage, right? Because the Microsoft Azure is the cloud platform. You can also back up the database in AWS S3 buckets in the AWS as well. So AWS is one of the cloud platform as well. We have Google Cloud Platform, we got Snowflake, we got uh, Microsoft Azure, we got AWS. So we got Salesforce as well. So let us go. Salesforce is one of the CRM, right? So now what I'm going to try to show you here, I'm going to try to imagine, assume this server is your production server, right? And you want to back up this database TGS, right? From the production server into the dev server, right? How did you do that? You want to restore, you want to restore the TGS database from your production server, because assume that this server is the production server, the EGC01 is the production server. And you want to take this database, right? Because we already back up the database and restore the database in to the development server, dev server, the EGC03. Because as you can check here, if we go here, there's not TGS database, right? So let me go back to my production server here, which is the EGC01. And then let me go back here. Let me go back here, and then let me delete this one. And then now I'm going to back up this database again, and then go back here, and this is my database. So this database, I want to restore this tgs.bak file into my dev server AGC03, which is this one, right? In order to do that, let me show you, because I already built or developed some T-SQL querying code, so which is this one. So I'm going to show you. Let me copy this one, copy here. This is my AGC01. So I'm going to bring this code here, new query here, and then paste it here, right? So this is the code already built, right, by myself. And then this code will restore your database. And let me show you what I did here. So now let me go to the production server and get this name and copy control C, then copy this, come back here on my dev server EGC03, and then replace this name, cell CRM, database, replace with TDS. So go here, find, click replace, and then say, this is the cell CRM. I want to replace with the TDS, Control V, and then click replace. And then, so as you can see, those has been replaced. That's fine for me. So now what I'm going to try to show you. So here, I'm going to check the logs if there is one use, right? Which is database. If it's not, you go through. So in case we have log on the database, then kill the section idea. So this is where I declare and then define this code, and then we select at SQL, we define that will kill for the C. So this is the DMV, dynamic management view, we use to diagnose sometimes the problem where the database ID and then so on. And then here we set the database, we alter the database TGS set to multiple user, and then we can print here a comment this one out, and we can execute here this one here. And then here, this is where I'm going to say, okay, let me say, so here I'm going to say, check if the table exists, the temp table, because this is the temporary table exists. And then if it's not, drop the table, right? The temp DB, I mean the temp table, right? Drop that temp table as well. So, and then here I'm going to declare the latest backup file, backup 100, declare the backup folder. So, and then here, my backup folder here, let me show you. This is the backup folder here, this one. Let me copy this one like this, or maybe we can go here, go to the show more option, then go to the property and go to the security and get this, copy this, and then come back here to my dev server EGC03 and then say, okay, paste it here, then copy this, right? Copy this from here, or maybe go here. Let me show you here. Go back here, copy this, and then come here, and then come here. That remove this backslash, and then this is we set at the backup folder. So this is where my backup file is reside. And then here I'm going to build a temp table here, right? So this is we create table temp table here. We define the file name, and then here we get all the file and folder in the backup folder and put them in the temporary table. We insert into the temporary table here, and we execute the master.c.xp dr3 and then backup. And then here we select, let me this is not very nice. I'll put bracket here as well. And then here, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to select the backup, I mean the temp table here. And here we get the latest backup file. So each time we have a new file, we're going to copy the latest one. This is where we select top one, and then we define all the information where the file name we use the wire close here to filter that order by the file name descending. You will get the latest file, right? And in here, this is where we're gonna restore the database TGS now, right? So we need to pay attention where we move, right? So we pay attention for the location here. So this is my AGC 03, not 01. It's 03 because my 03 EGC 03 server is the dev server. So I move the database from the production EGC 01 server and bring that to the dev server, which is EGC 03. So this is where we check the location. So let me show you that location here. So if I go here, go back here, for example, let me go back my dev server here, and then Microsoft SQL Server AGC 03 location, SQL location, click here, and this is the data, right? There is a now, as you can see. So now I'm going to bring the TGS database here in the dev server. So how, in order to do that, what I can show you right now, so I already check everything. What I can show you now, if you execute this one, so let me execute, you can see, and then as you can see, so this is my 10 DB, right? tgs.bak file, which is uh, this one, our demo, this one, okay? So now if you go to the message, as you can see, that restore the database successfully processed. So, and then now go back to if you, for the best practice, this is my dev server, right? The EGC03. If you refresh this one from here, and then now if you expand, and this is the TGS database. So in order to restore this one automatically, what you can do here, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to create a star prop, right? Create procedure here. So GBO dot auto restore, right? Restore TGS or DB, okay? So, and then has begin, say has begin, and then end, so control R, and then end here, let me take end, then click. So this one is one of the star proc I will create. So click here and create a star proc. So my star proc is not here, right? The star proc gonna reside in the master system database here. So if you come here and then refresh here, and you can see here, for example, this is the star proc I just create here, right? Perfect. So now what I'm gonna try to show you now, what I'm gonna try to show you, I'm gonna try to show you how we can restore the database automatically. So here, what I'm going to do here, expand the SQL agent job and then create a new job here. So keep in mind, naming convention should always be consistent. So uh, T, okay, TGS auto, auto restore, auto, auto TGS restore, right? Okay, let me, that's one for me. So now I'm going to go to step because this is just for the demo purpose, right? So go to the step and then now click here, new, and then say uh, restore TGS database, okay? And then here, this is where I need to say, okay, execute the star prop I just create. Can say, go here, copy this star prop, right? Copy this one, and then come here and then paste here. Let me paste here, go, and then we can paste and see the result. So the command was successfully paste. So click OK, and then here click OK. We can go here and schedule, right? So this is, let me go here and do some schedule. Let me first of all show you how. Click OK and then refresh for the best practice. And then this is the auto TGS database. So let me go back here and then delete this. That's fine. There's no folder at the moment. Oh God, I make a mistake here. I make a mistake. I make a mistake. Okay, let me go back to my development server here again and then restore the database and then back to the database again. Go back here because I have delete. Okay, now it's come back. So that's fine. So now I'm gonna go to my dev server here and then go here and then delete this database and then close and then refresh again. And then now what I'm gonna do, go to the agent job and then start the job and we can see. So the job succeed. Go here, go to the view history and we can see, going to go diagnose and see, as you can see, right? It's perfect. Successfully proceed. So now, maintenant, on doit revenir sur la base de données. For the best practice, we need to refresh and then this is the TGS database. So now if we decide to delete again, close, and then let me try to schedule this and we can see together what time is it, 12:21. And then let me go here to the property again, go to the schedule and then pick a new one and then say restore schedule. Come on. Okay, daily schedule GB. So and then now we say okay, enable on the daily, say what time is it? 12 10 12 when say 12:25 and then as you can see, click OK, OK, and then refresh. And then now there is not a database at the moment. Let me refresh and show you. So that's fine. So at 12:24, we gonna have a new TGS database here, right? So the auto restoring will execute automatically in the job, in the SQL agent job. So let us wait some time. So only 3 minutes left remain. So yes, this is how we can back up the database using the TC code, using the PowerShell, using the maintenance plan, and then restore that database with the TC code, and then also restore the database automatically using the SQL agent job as well. So yes, this is how we proceed the backup database, we restore the database, and and so on in the SQL Server 2022. Donc ça c'est comme ça. Sur cette démo, nous avons vu comment sauvegarder une base de données en utilisant le TCO SQL Code, comment utiliser aussi PowerShell pour éventuellement sauvegarder une base de données, comment pour aussi utiliser ce qu'on appelle le maintenance plan, qui est un service très puissant en SQL Server pour sauvegarder une base de données de façon automatique. Et par la suite, nous avons restauré cette base de données du serveur from production server into the dev server. Comment restaurer la base de données de production au serveur de développement de façon automatique. Donc, Là, tout à l'heure, je viens justement d'automatiser. On attend à 12h25. Ça va justement parce que pour l'instant, sur mon serveur de production, la base de données TGS n'a pas encore restauré. Donc, à 12h25, puisque ce job-ci va s'exécuter de façon automatique, à 12h25, ça va justement restaurer la base de données en elle-même. Merci beaucoup. Merci pour cette démo. Donc, voilà un petit peu. Donc, nous attendons un petit peu. On va voir. OK, il est 12h25. On va voir. Maintenant, si on va là. So now what I'm going to try to show you, if you click here, go to view history. So what time is it? So nothing happened. Let me go here, refresh, and then nothing happened again. So what is going on? So let me go back here to the property again, go to the schedule, go to edit, and then the edit on daily, on days, 12. All right, I see. So let me go here. Say okay, 12, okay, 12. Let me show you. Okay, okay, refresh. Ok. Pour l'instant, la base de données n'a pas été restaurée de façon automatique. J'ai justement fait une modification. Donc, attendons à 12h28 pour voir. So, what we're gonna, so I just make some amendment right now. So, at 12:28, right? So, let us see if the execution will happen automatically. Let me go here. I need to, this is my Power BI project. Okay, let me open this. See. So let me go back to the dev server here and we can refresh and see something. Yes, that is perfect. Let me go here to the job and then go here. Donc, ça a très bien marché. Vous avez vu, la base de données TDS a été restaurée de façon automatique. Et là, maintenant, if we go to the view historic and you can see that happened at 12:28. So fine, the job succeeds. So this is the new database that come from the production server to the dev server ADC03. So thank you. And this is one of the Power BI reports I've created. So let us close this.